I'm Hazel, it's Saturday again, which makes it time to sit down and catch up on the WoW news of the week, what I've been up to, and answer some questions. This week, patch 9.2 officially came onto the PTR, meaning it is playable, it is testable, you can run around in the new zone, you can take a look at the Cypher, the first ones. The first thing that stood out to me was this new feast, this unfinished stone thing. The way it works is it's an item that you can put down, and then nearby party and raid members can contribute fish and meat in order to add percentage to the bar, kind of like building the turrets and the, like the rares in Mechagon, sort of like that. You contribute it up to 100%, and then the feast is activated, kind of like a potluck-style raid feast. In theory, this could make it so that guilds sort of share the burden of supplying feast materials a little more evenly. In practice, we'll see. At least it does seem to be able to use items from your bank and from your regent bank, so you don't have to carry the fish and meat and whatever else around with you in order to contribute to help get your raids feast online. On the PTR, the Cypher, the first ones, is now available for early testing. This is your outdoor progression system. You could compare it to like grinding Archivist Codex, for example, unlocking stuff in the zone as you grind it up. But unlike Archivist Codex, early reporting seems to indicate that there is no player power in dungeons and raids tied to Cypher the first ones, making it sort of optional, especially for players that are looking to just raid log and don't want to mess around with a bunch of stuff. I really hope that that is the case and that it stays throughout development, because I think that having no player power attached to the system kind of gives Blizzard license to make it as intricate and as involved as they want to without upsetting anybody that just wants to raid log or that is trying to set up many characters. I do think it's still going to be worth doing. Based on my recollections of interviews, I believe that flying in Zereth Mortis is going to be tied to Cypher the first ones, and there may need to be some like one-time progression to unlock things like your second legendary, and there was another thing, tier sets, something about upgrading tier sets. But by and large, it looks like this is going to be less of an Archivist Codex and more of a, well, I guess something new. The other big thing that we saw in PTR this week was the first round of raid testing. 2 bosses have now been raid tested. I saw them, they're gorgeous. The environments in particular, I'm so excited to just spend time in this raid, especially after 2 fairly dark raids. I really liked both Nathria and Sanctum, but you can't deny that they were kind of gloomy visually, and this is a big contrast from that, so I'm just excited to just turn the brightness up a little bit. The fights were really fun too. I'm looking forward to working on raid guides for them when the raid gets closer to coming out, but the fights are always fun. I don't think I've ever raid tested a new fight and gone, ew, they're always cool. The fights are always good. In Live WoW this week, you have the anniversary event continuing for just a few more days, so you have only a little bit of time left if you want to grab your anniversary mount. If you don't have the Doomhawk yet, then just go kill the boss once. Go kill, I've already forgotten his name because after I got the mount I never went back there, but the boss at the top of the Caverns of Time. You can do it on any character 30 plus, get your mount before the event ends. Also, it's a great time to level alts or grind reputations with that 17% bonus, so only a couple days left on that. And then upcoming Mage Tower Timewalking, also the rest of Legion Timewalking. There's like a mount and dungeons and stuff, but Mage Tower Timewalking starts this upcoming week on, what was it, December the 7th? Is that a Tuesday? Yeah, December 7th is a Tuesday. Wow. Time walking. Aha. Yeah, Mage Tower Timewalking is coming soon, and my journey waiting for it started out with like a lot of planning and a lot of anxiety about trying to put together the perfect Mage Tower set, and that kind of fizzled and simmered down for me into this place of laziness, grim acceptance, a plan to just do my best, and a lowered expectation of how many I'll be able to do in the first rotation. We're gonna see. But I think that this one is going to be less a journey of preparation and precision for me, and more a tale of determination and suffering. I'm expecting these challenges to be very hard. I guess we haven't seen final tuning for them yet, but I'm expecting these challenges to be very hard. I'll be streaming some of that next week once those open up, and that's going to be a time. And then in my life this week, I am 2 weeks and then a tiny little bit away from my international move back home to Canada, which is very exciting. I don't physically feel the excitement yet. I think that all of the emotion budget is being spent in anxiety right now. I'm coping with a winning combination of making very detailed long lists and then ignoring my lists. I'll try my best to get content out when I can, but my first priority is just going to be to survive the next couple of weeks. And then the other thing that I'm doing is I'm retiring my Patreon this month. December was the last wallpaper and mail out, but then I am updating my YouTube membership tiers so that I kind of have like a refreshed set of sort of crowdfunding perks, and it's in one place instead of two. So the new tiers, there is a cheaper $2 tier, and that's if you want the badge beside your name in YouTube comments as well as Hazel emotes in YouTube comments. For the $5 tier, I'm doing a members only recommendation post where I talk every month a little bit about what I've been reading, watching, playing, listening to, that kind of thing, if you're curious. And then for the $10 legendary tier, I am doing Hazel's home videos where I film little clips and put them up. You know, stuff that's like too unpolished or off topic or just plain short for like regular YouTube posts, I'm kind of putting in that safe little member bubble where I can be a little less shy because there's like 5 of us. And then questions for this week. Nordrasil asks, now that they have added bad luck protection or just maybe better drop rates to Paragon boxes, are there any toys or mounts that you're looking to get? Yeah, so this was an extra piece this was a Wowhead article that I saw this week. Somebody apparently on Reddit discovered that they, in 9.15, have apparently substantially increased the drop rates from Legion Paragon caches. I have all the Legion Paragon cache mounts myself, but I'm still missing the Cypher's extra cloak toy from the Warden's Paragon cache, the Warden disguise toy. So I guess I could, in theory, go back and get that at some point eventually. I'm really hoping that this is an actual change and not just a bug, because I'm probably not getting that to that anytime soon. And then if it turns out that it's for like all old Paragon caches and not just the Legion ones, then I never did get the Bowl of Glowing Pufferfish toy from Tortolan rep, although I still don't know if I'm prepared to help another turtle get to the water. I think I need another year before I'm ready to look at that again. And Lauren wants to know, what is your go-to repeatable non-squirt method of leveling up new battle pets? I always seem to miss squirt days. Fair. I boycotted squirt days for years, just purely based on the fact that I found them boring. That was before I set up TD script, but I get your point. So the way that I used to level pets when I was boycotting squirt days was to do rounds of pet dailies with 2 pet teams. So I had 2 pet teams set up for the WAD and the Pandaria tamers, and I would just fly around and do like a lap of all or most of them, or my favorite ones, or just 1 or 2, depending on the time that I had. And that would level pets up pretty quickly, relatively speaking, for time invested. And then also I would do it on alts that I was leveling, because the daily quest would give experience to the alts. It was kind of like a double duty thing. However, that was before 9.15, when they made some changes to pet experience. It may now be faster to battle wild pets with your pets to level them up, because they increase that experience. And then leveling experience stones are also much better now. They made the leveling stones grant a flat amount of experience instead of just 1 level, so you can use them on low level pets and get them through like a lot of levels very quickly. They still grant 1 level at the high levels. They'll always grant at least 1 level, but they'll get you through more than that if your pets are very low levels. So it may be worth grinding pet charms instead, and then using those pet charms to buy the upgrade stones, like the level upgrade stones, either the baby ones or just the 1 to 25 stones. Those are only 45 polished pet charms now, so that's another option. And that's been my week. Thank you for watching. If you have questions for the news video, please leave them in the comments and include the word question. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.